We're going to break down Sebastian Szalay versus Keiichiro Nakamura, and it's a very interesting fight. I'm looking forward to this one. Now, let's break down a little bit. They're basically coming off the road to UFC, getting the prelims, going with some kind of fun, risky little fight here. But I think it should be really fun, and actually, I do think there is a good bet for here. Now, Sebastian, let's break him down first a little bit. He's a bit small for the weight class. I have in my notes right here, as you know, and I think he does use movement really well. If you look back and watch tape, it's good. He looks to counter a lot, which can be good. Also can be a little bad. There's some issues I have with that. But it looked good when he's on. And he does circle around the cage, goes for the combos when the opponent actually comes into range. That's something you're going to see. He does that, basically every fight he's into. And it's worked out for him for the most part, really. But I really like that inside leg trip, almost like he goes to get them off balance or to just redirect his opponent. He'll hook his foot. It's really sneaky. It looks like he's going to go for the leg kick, but he hooks his foot underneath the other opponent's foot and just kind of moves them off balance like that stuff. And he has a nice traditional karate base to his striking, so I think it does help him with his offense. Now, talking about Keiichiro, he's and I listed him as 5'10" or something, but I think he's actually 5'8". But I do think he will be larger than Sebastian, and both guys are not the largest in the division, but I think Keiichiro usually just has a maybe longer reach, uses frame well, and he also has that good confidence going swagging there. They were saying on the road to UFC that a big inspiration from him was Conor McGregor, and you actually see in that style his kind of traditional karate style stance. At least the prime Conor, right? And he fights southpaw as well, which is good for him. And he was on. I remember going into that, he was when he was fighting in the road to UFC, he was already on a 5-fight win streak with all KOs. And at the time, I think actually it was more than that. I think he had 5 KOs in a row. And he won the road to UFC fight. It was a really good fight. To go back and watch that. And he has a traditional karate style, like I said. And I do think that he has good low kicks in a way, but it's not his bread and butter really. He'll throw them in there, but he's got the power in hands. That's where he wants to shine, kind of vintage Conor McGregor. And he does cover distance well. I do like that. And he does train with Rinya Nakamura. So don't get confused. They are not related. They're both Japanese. They have the last name of Nakamura, which is it's not a very rare name. It's kind of common, Nakamura. So, but they do train together. I don't know if I have to check if they're actually training this fight camp, but I know they have trained together. So that's really good because he already has a good striking, so I think that will help his takedown defense. And like I said, I think he has shown good takedown defense and good head movement as well. So how I think it's going to happen. I think now I get that Sebastian is going to be fighting in his home soil, right, on home soil. So I think it's going to give a little edge to him. But I think as a dog, this should be. I understand if it was a 50-50 fight. Even then, I would still go Nakamura just because I think he's a bit slightly younger. He's got the good frame. He uses it well. He got I think more power of the two. Sebastian can crack too, but Sebastian's style though, he wants to kind of evade you, go along the cage, like I said. He wants to count you when you come in, and I don't think he's gonna have any success grappling really, or even pushing against the cage. I think Nakamura will be able to come in, explode in, and Sebastian's gonna look for those counters, but Nakamura is gonna have that power in the hands. I think he's gonna really let it go, and he can take a shot too. He's shown durability, so I think especially when they're outside. When they are in the center of the cage, I think Nakamura is going to get this game going. I think he's going to look really good. And Sebastian, I think, is going to try to, evade him, use that movement. And I think we're going to see a good war. I think it's interesting. I think Nakamura money line. I'm also looking at the over for this one, maybe over 1.5 or Sound 2. Could be a good parlay leg. Both have shown durability, and because their styles, it's going to be mostly on the feet. I'm very interested to see what it'll look like when Nakamura actually closes distance and he lands something big. Maybe they'll go on the cage. I think against the cage too, I do think Nakamura can try to use his frame and to land something big there. But like I said, Sebastian's no slouch. But I think at this price, Nakamura, you gotta first of all just sprinkle on Nakamura for sure. So let me know if you agree, disagree. Keep it here, guys.